Do you think that practically all ex-partners can return and even actively pursue you? It seems unreal, especially when you're going through the agony of a breakup, which is like a storm that carries away all of your happiness and hope in life. Perhaps you're asking yourself a million questions, like why the relationship ended, what went wrong, and is there any chance you can win them back? I know how you feel: pain, disappointment, and occasionally even rage, like you're stuck in a sea of emotions, wanting to hang on and feeling powerless. You've tried calling, texting, and even trying to reach them, but all you've received are harsh responses or icy stares. All of this just makes you feel more hopeless, as though you're being drawn farther into the abyss of despair. But don't worry, CU, I'm here to tell you that it's not over. According to research, roughly 30% of couples who split up have a chance to reconcile. This may not seem like much, but consider that for every 3 couples, at least one of them reconciles, and even 1 in 2 of them rekindle their previous love. I think that rate can reach 99% with the correct approach. So where is the hidden agenda? Surprisingly, all it takes to accomplish this is one thing, which I'm about to share with you. This is the secret to completely turning the tide, making your ex not only feel bad about their actions, but also actively look for ways to return and pursue you. I want you to realize that this secret not only helps you regain your relationship, but also rebuild your confidence, self-esteem, and belief in yourself. It's not just about bringing them back, but about becoming the best version of yourself, making them unable to resist being drawn to you. If you're prepared to come out of the shadows, stop pleading for attention, and instead make your ex actively seek you out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and enable notifications so you don't miss any insightful videos about relationships and love. I'll walk with you as you discover genuine enjoyment. When it comes to the psychological state following a breakup, I frequently observe people attempting to impose feelings and results. The most frequent questions are always, what should I do now? Are there any actions I can take to get my ex back? Deep down, those inquiries contain a strong desire to turn things around, as well as a sense of helplessness about what to do next. Regretfully, these very actions that attempt to coerce your ex or manipulate their emotions frequently result in the worst outcomes. According to statistics, most people don't actually leave their ex alone after a breakup. Instead, they constantly text, call, and find ways to approach them, sometimes even leading to blocking or threatening drastic measures like calling the police to step in. As a result, these situations are not uncommon and show that most of us, in our pain and despair, frequently don't act rationally. Why does this happen? Because when the person you love leaves you, your natural instinct is to find every way to hold on to them. You think that if you try hard enough, they will change their mind and come back to you, but that's the biggest mistake you can make. These behaviors not only make your ex less valuable in their eyes, but they also distance them from the viewpoint of someone who studies relationships every day, and I can say that this is not the way to happiness or reconciliation. Actually, attempting to influence your ex's feelings or behavior will never result in long-lasting change. Instead, you must realize that improving the situation is about changing yourself, not about changing your ex. For example, if you are among the 30% or 65% of couples who get back together after a breakup, you have one thing in common with those who succeed. They don't try to force it. Instead, they learn to control their emotions, rebuild their sense of self-worth, and thereby create a natural attraction that draws their ex back. Therefore, the question is, how can you improve those statistics? How can you raise your odds to nearly 100% from 30% or 65%? The secret is not to apologize or beg for another chance, nor is it to text or call again. The solution is to stop clinging to hopelessness and start thinking and acting differently. Rebuild your self-worth and learn to love yourself to naturally draw your ex back. No communication. The golden rule after a breakup: you do nothing that's right. You do absolutely nothing. And if you think about it seriously, it makes perfect sense. Why? Because any other action, like trying to hold on, force or beg, only proves that you are accepting a weak position, putting yourself in a state of low value in front of your ex. And when someone has chosen to leave you, when they have shattered the relationship and trampled on your heart, does begging for their affection really make them value you more clearly? Not remember when someone decides to break up in that moment. They have sent a clear message. You are no longer important to them. You're immediately running after them, trying to contact them or hold on. Only reinforces that thought in their mind. They will see you as someone who lacks self-respect. Respect someone willing to accept abuse and demean themselves to stay in their life. And this not only diminishes your value in their eyes, but also makes them feel that you are not worthy of respect or true love. Put yourself in your ex's position. If they witness you pleading, begging, or even attempting to keep up a tenuous relationship, do you think they will begin to view you as a less desirable option? Someone who lacks the self-respect to stand up for themselves. Because for a woman, he might think, he can't be my husband because a man like that has no self-respect and no value. And for a man, he might think, she's not the one I admire. What you need to realize is that attraction comes from knowing your own worth and being willing to let them realize that worth. The no contact rule isn't retaliation or just a psychological ploy. Rather, it's how you demonstrate your self-respect by sending a strong message that you don't need to beg for anyone's love, and that you are valuable enough for others to realize what they've lost and feel the effects of losing you from their lives. When you follow the no contact rule, you not only give yourself time to recover, but you also make room for them to reevaluate what they've given up. When you leave the picture, your ex will start to feel the hole you left behind. The truth is that they often didn't truly realize the value you gave and took you for granted as an easy alternative. If a superstar footballer like Lionel Messi leaves his team, who will suffer the greater loss? Is it Messi, whose talent is recognized globally, or the team which has to spend years or millions of dollars to find a replacement? The answer is clear: the team will lose more. You also need to start seeing yourself that way. You are a person of value, and if your ex doesn't realize that, they will be the ones who suffer the consequences of losing you, not the other way around. If you don't feel like Lionel Messi in your own story right now, that's okay, but understand that your worth is not defined by how your ex treats you. No contact is not just a tactic, but a way to protect your self-respect, dignity, and self-worth. It gives you time to rebuild your life, become stronger, and most importantly, send your ex a message that they will have to face the reality of losing you, and when that happens, they will have the opportunity to realize, or not, that you are truly worth more than they ever. Reflection, boosting one's self-esteem as the reward. It's time for you to rebuild your self-esteem, not for anyone else but for yourself. This is the moment you realize that your worth is not in the hands of your ex or anyone else. You don't need to worry or obsess about whether they will come back, because the truth is, if they left, they lost someone special, and sooner or later they will realize it. They might exclaim, "I made the biggest mistake of my life," or even better, someone else, someone better, more deserving will come into your life. Someone who will recognize your true value, cherish you, and want to build a lasting relationship with you. This is why rebuilding your self-esteem is the most important step. It not only helps you become stronger after a breakup, but also changes how you see yourself and how others see you when you start to love yourself, respect yourself, The people around you will feel it and respond with similar respect effect. Unfortunately, most people after a breakup often don't have enough patience or self-retrial to apply the no-contact rule. Even if they try, they often break it run after their ex and beg for crumbs from the old relationship. They hope that if they just do a little more, try a little harder, they will get attention or love back. But the reality is often harsh. They get rejection, or worse, a half-hearted relationship that their ex doesn't value. In many cases, the ex comes back, stays for a short time, and then leaves again. Why? Because they never really valued you or the relationship in the first place. This is why you have to change your mindset right now. Start thinking and acting as if you are an attractive person, as if you are a prize. When you truly believe this, your attitude will change, and that will spread around you. The people around you, from friends, colleagues, to the people you date in the future, will feel that energy and start treating you like you are a high-value person, someone worth cherishing. Remember, self-esteem is not just an abstract concept. It's how you treat yourself every day. It lies in stopping chasing others, stopping begging for attention, and instead focusing on becoming the best version of yourself when you put your value first. Everything else will start to turn around. Your ex will realize they lost a great person, and if it's not them, then someone better will come along and be worthy of your love. So do you want to be the one left in the dark, or the one who steps into the light and takes control of your life? The decision is yours. Remember, everyone deserves to be loved and respected, and that starts with you, loving and respecting yourself. Always think of yourself as a prize, because you truly are finally the most important thing to remember. After everything you've gone through, you have worth, and nobody, not even your ex, can define that worth. The healing process following a breakup is about more than simply getting your ex back. It's also about becoming a stronger, more self-assured, and more valued version of yourself. Applying the no-contact rule is not just a tactic, but a powerful expression of self-respect. It's how you affirm that you don't need to beg for anyone's love. Because if love doesn't come from willingness and appreciation, it's not the love you deserve. Focus on loving yourself, rebuilding your life and becoming someone you admire. When you learn to respect yourself, others, including your ex, will recognize that value. And if they don't, that's okay, because you'll be ready to embrace a new, more deserving and fulfilling life. Remember, suffering is a part of life, but it's not the final destination. Let the pain of a breakup be the motivation for you to grow, to rebuild your own value. You can not only overcome it, but also become a better version of yourself, attracting the best things in life. Whether it's love, career, or anything you pursue, when you truly love yourself and realize your worth, you don't need to chase anyone. They will realize for themselves what they have lost, and if it's not them, then someone else, someone better, more deserving, will come to you and cherish you the way you deserve to be loved. Thank you for joining me in this video. Start your journey of rebuilding yourself today, because you deserve a life full of freedom, happiness, and true love. And remember, this journey is not only for you, but also to inspire those around you. I wish you strength and confidence always.